Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for July 2018. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, looks like a bit of a rough start this month, Libras. Okay, so for our first card, this is Libra Sun, Libra Moons, and Libra Risings. So, like I was saying, this is definitely a bit of a rough start to the month. So it definitely seems that you guys are going through a bit of a painful situation. So for some of you, this could be indicating that there could be a heartbreak. This could be within a relationship. This could be a friendship. This could be a romantic relationship. This could even be, having a quarrel with a family member. But no matter what this is, it's like there is definitely pain surrounded by it. And, sometimes this can even indicate, that there can be some cruelty, especially with words. Sometimes there can be a sense of abandonment. For some people, this can be indicating that there was a third-party situation going on. So, an affair, unfaithfulness, cheating. Now, for a very few of you, this could indicate the loss of a loved one. And if that has happened to you here recently, my deepest condolences are with you. I'm right there with you, actually, so I know how it feels. So, yes, my deepest condolences. Okay, for the rest of you, this is definitely a card of sorrow and definitely, a heartache, like heartbreak, things like this. So, for some, it could be about, something not working out. Maybe you were trying to achieve something that you were very passionate about and you loved a lot, and you really, really wanted it, and maybe it didn't work out. Okay, so it is clarified by the Six of Wands in the reverse position. So this is a card where we are being delayed in regards to accomplishing, like a goal of ours. It's like we want to have that victory, and it's like we're being denied victory. The victory could be delayed, or the victory could be, postponed. Sometimes this can indicate, that there's just not an available opportunity at all to, achieve this victory, so to speak. And this is definitely a card of indicating that you need to take some time to rest and relax. This can also be a card of competition. And so, especially with this, if you happen to have been involved in a third-party relationship that could be pretty rocky, this could definitely be indicating that you could potentially be competing with someone, and it's like the other person is a bit more victorious at this time than you are. But, overall, this is just a card of having, so many obstacles. It's just extremely frustrating. Sometimes it can feel like, you've hit a roadblock. Stress and tension can really, really build up. And you really need to try to not overreact to events, especially if things seem like they're at a standstill. Because here it's like we just got to be patient. We've got to ride out the storm, so to speak, and see what happens, And just know that anything that is being delayed for a good reason. Even though it may not feel that way, it is. Okay, so this would be your circumstances. So we have the King of Wands here. So the King of Wands, he is most definitely a leader. He could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, the King of Wands, this is a very, very confident king. And let me just be clear here real quick. This can be male or female. For some of you, this could be someone that you're dealing with in your life. They could be male or female. They could be, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, that could be on their sun, moon, or rising. Or, you know, we could just be dealing with the overall energy. Or someone who has these type of characteristics. So the King of Wands is very, very confident. He's also very passionate. He is a leader. He definitely will help others to make money as well. He's really good at delegating responsibilities. So, most of all, he is extremely compassionate. You know, he's proud, he's confident, enthusiastic. He believes in himself, that is for sure. And he also believes in other people. So, when he carries himself, you can tell he has that confidence. He just oozes confidence and, you know, swag, as some of the younger people say. So for some of you, you know, this could be like a father figure. For some of you, this could be a mentor. For some of you, this could be someone that you could be doing business with. For some of you, this, you know, could be someone that you've been in a relationship with. But this particular king, he's very good at getting other people to see their own potential. Yeah. So he's really good at that. He is a man of authority and power. But he definitely likes to encourage growth and potential in others. And he's always got that really positive attitude. Always positive. Okay, so it's clarified by the Four of Coins. So the Four of Coins is about us achieving that financial security, or wanting to achieve that financial security. So for some of you, this could be indicating that perhaps this King of Wands individual, again, can be male or female. Perhaps maybe they've brought an opportunity to you that could result in you having financial security. So this could be about a job, you know, an opportunity, an investment. But this is definitely about financial security. Now, another aspect to this card is, I mean, you see how he's holding this box. He's holding it very carefully, but yet very tightly, because he's like, yeah, see my coins, but don't try to touch them. So he's kind of clinging to his coins. So that might be a question to ask yourself. Are you clinging to anything? Are you clinging to someone in particular? Are you clinging to a situation? Are you clinging to a job situation? Sometimes selfishness can be an issue here, especially if someone happens to ask for money. And then if you shut them down, then they can, you know, potentially say something not so nice. But, you know, this is a card of literally having to work your arse off to make that money. And so you know what you had to go through to make the money. And you're not going to just start handing it out like free money, you know. So some people, you know, they're just mad because you're not going to just hand them over money. I mean, come on, you know. Especially, you know, if someone doesn't have a job. Now, why would you want to give someone money that doesn't have a job? How are they going to pay it back, you know? Okay, so this would be the focus. So, right off the jump, let me just tell you, I'm a bit disturbed, okay? So here we have the King of Coins in reverse. So, again, this could be representing an actual person in your life. And this person can be male or female. This person could potentially be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or we could just be dealing with the overall energy. Okay, so now the King of Coins, when he is in the reverse position, this is someone who wants all the money. They want all of the finer things in life, but they don't want to do a thing to earn it. They would rather ride off of someone else's coattail while someone else does all the hard work and they just collect the money. I mean, wow, how screwed up is that? So, yeah, I certainly hope that this isn't you guys. So, the King of Coins in reverse. This is someone that can be bribed or coerced really easy. This is not someone that you would ever want to trust with your money or your financial affairs. This is not someone you would want as an accountant or a business manager or anything like that, because this is someone who's looking to take advantage. You know, they want that money, but they don't want to do a darn thing to get it. Now, another thing I need to mention here is when we see the King of Coins in reverse, this can definitely indicate, you know, unethical ways of making money and, you know, black market type of deals. Also some illegal type of activities. So, you know, certain things may resonate and then others won't. So, but again, unethical, black market, and illegal type of things. So, for some, you know, this can be like inside trading, you know, which is wrong when it comes to the stock market. You know, for some, this could be like running pyramid schemes, you know, things of that nature. This could also be like, you know, trying to sell drugs or stolen items. This can also be like, you know, someone who embezzles money from someone else. So, I'm pretty sure by now you guys are getting the drift of where I'm going with this. It's negative in regards to money and finances. So, for some of you, this could be how you might be looking at a situation regarding money. Maybe some of you might be a little bit lazy right now and not wanting to make the money yourself and would just rather make it off someone else. But I'm feeling that a lot of you are actually dealing with someone like this. And if you're dealing with someone like this, I would definitely let them go with the quickness, okay? Because I'm feeling that for most of you, you guys are dealing with someone with this type of nature. You know, this is someone who will not even think twice about manipulating you, okay? Because manipulation is like one of their number one tactics. You know, they will come across very, very, very charismatic, you know. They will make you think that they are so wealthy, you know, or, you know, you're doing well off, you know. They put up this really good facade, okay? And it makes it very, very believable. But really, no. You got a schemer there, you got a con artist there, or you just got somebody there that they just want to profit off of everybody else while they don't have to do anything. So either way, this is definitely an energy that we do not want to be in or dealing with. So Okay, wow, all right. So we got the death card in reverse. So the death card in reverse is, we know that we have to let a certain person or a certain situation in our life, we got to let it go. We need to move forward. We need to end something. But when the death card is in reverse, it's like we're trying to cling to the past. We're trying to hang on to a situation. You know, sometimes you can hang on to that situation and you're just hoping, hoping, hoping. You know, maybe they'll see the light. Maybe they'll change. Maybe things will get better. You know, maybe this situation will get better. Maybe this will happen. You know, no. When we see the death card, this is inevitable. This is a situation in which you need to walk away from. It is not a healthy situation for you. And this situation really does not hold any more opportunity for you to learn beyond just repeating lessons that you've already learned, and we don't want to do that, you know. So sometimes this can be a card of needing some closure before we walk away and start anew. So if you need closure, especially if this is representing a person that is in your life, then you might need to just, you know, get that closure so that you can walk away from them. For some of you, you might be working for someone like this, and they could be robbing the company blind. Oh, well, you know, that's definitely a job you want to walk away from. So, you know, this can play out many different ways, but again, when I see the death card in reverse, this is something that is, it's inevitable. And the more that we try to hang on, then it's like endless battles that, you know, keep coming our way. So, and the reason those battles keep coming our way, and they just keep getting more intense with each time, and the reason they happen is because, you know, it's like the universe trying to say, hey, let go, you know, surrender, let it go, because it's not doing you any good, and it must come to an end. That's where we're at, and you cannot keep clinging to it. Otherwise, the more and more that's going to keep coming, and it's all going to be negative, and you could actually end up making yourself, you know, mentally, physically, and emotionally just exhausted. Because this is a card that can produce so many battles that, oh. And it happens because, you know, it's saying, hey, it's time to let this go. It's not working for you. You're not going to get any more growth or development out of this situation. For some, this can be about a toxic person that's in your life that needs to go, you know. So definitely do not hang on to it. You know, for some of you, I totally get it. You may need to get that closure in order to go forward. But a little warning here, sometimes we don't, you know, get that closure. Sometimes the person's not willing to hear us out or to cooperate, you know. And so sometimes we just have to kind of try, and then if we're pushed away, you know, just let it go. But overall, we have to face it, because this is a change. You know, this is a transition, a change that we must go through. It's absolutely necessary. And, you know, we can't turn back time. We can't go backwards. We can't change the universe's mind when this card comes up. It's for our own good. Now, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, we all have free will, so do what you will with that free will. I'm just saying that, you know, when we're trying to hang on to something that is no longer serving us and has technically run its course, then the more and the more struggles and opposition and drama and just, you know, outright battles that are going to come our way, and they're going to increase with intensity each time. And it happens this way to let us know you need to let go. Okay, so this would be the recent past. So we have the Five of Wands. So this is a card of confusion, struggles, conflicts. Sometimes this can be a card where there are like so many conflicts. It's like, I don't even know why we started arguing, because initially it starts as one thing, and then each party starts bringing up more things, and by the time we arrive here, it's like we've done argued about 100 different things. But where did this start? Why did this start? And confusion definitely feeds into it. It's almost like gasoline on the fire, kind of. Now, sometimes this can just simply be indicating that there could be some overall confusion and some struggling in regards to a particular situation. Okay, well, that's clarified by the world. So the world is about us, getting that self-actualization, learning our karmic lessons. It's also about us, being able to have the success, so if there's something you've been working on, this can be a card of achieving that success. But, maybe some of you have been confused on, which path or road to take to achieve this success. Okay, so this would be the present, the here and now energy. So we have the Two of Cups in the reverse position. So this is a card where, now obviously we got two people here, looks like lovers. So this can be about someone that you're in a romantic relationship with. But this can also be about a friendship. This could also be about a business partnership. This could even be about, a relationship with a family member, okay? All right. So, when the Two of Cups is in reverse, the communication is not happening, okay? And things are definitely not equal within this partnership, this friendship, this relationship, whatever it may be for you. Things are not equal. The communication is being blocked, and basically somebody needs to stop being stubborn. Someone needs to make the first move, especially in regards to communication. Now, anytime we get this card, it doesn't necessarily mean that this particular relationship is, a goner, done for. It just means, you gotta really want to make it work, and you gotta communicate. And the other person has to communicate back too. So, you both gotta pretty much be in agreement, but typically someone is, when I see this card, typically both parties are being stubborn and not wanting to get the communication flowing again. So someone has to be the bigger person here and open up those lines of communication again. Now, a lot of times this card can pop up when you could be at this breaking point, this, crossroads where you're just like, should I break this relationship or friendship or partnership or whatever it may be off, because I've literally put my all into it and I just feel like I can't continue. So sometimes those types of questions come up when we have this card. So someone could be considering leaving, a relationship of some sort, romantic or platonic. It's not set in stone, because communication can solve a lot if we allow it to, But both parties have to be in agreement as well. So, but this is also a card of being out of balance, and it's also a card of not cooperating with each other. So if you're not cooperating with someone, well, this is just feeding into the problems even more. Again, someone has to be the bigger person, okay? For some of you, maybe you have already tried. And maybe you might have felt rejected. Maybe the other person didn't reciprocate. That's always a possibility. Ooh, oh, okay. So, woo! Alright, Tower. Well, this is the unexpected rude awakening. This is something that literally happens unexpectedly. Suddenly, it comes out from left field. It's like completely unexpected. Sometimes it can almost be blindsiding. You know, you just don't see it coming. That's more the issue. So, you know, sometimes this can be something good. You know, it can be a good surprise. But, you know, more times than not, this is about breaking down an existing structure of some sort. So this could be breaking down the relationship, because this is a card of relationships, whether they're romantic or platonic. So this tells me that there could be a breakdown to this relationship. For some of you, this is going to help you to remove yourself from a difficult situation. Some of you may be feeling stuck in a relationship and you've not been happy in it and you're ready to get out of it. Well, this type of energy here will help you to remove yourself from that relationship. Now, for some of you, you might want to rebuild the relationship. But the relationship cannot exist as it has been. It has to be rebuilt, you know, and go through a transformation type of process in order to make it work. Now, this is a card that is very karmic, and it does clear the slate, so to speak. But it is a very shocking situation. You know, for some, this could indicate that, you know, maybe you've been trying to make a particular relationship, romantic or platonic, work out. And then maybe suddenly you're blindsided and, you know, someone tells you to kick rocks, you know, or someone just up and leaves without a word or any explanation or anything. I mean, this can play out in so many different ways. Whew. For some, that could even indicate a pregnancy. It could be wanted or unwanted. Okay, so for the near future, we have the Tower card. It is in the reverse position, so that's the present. So a lot of people are already going through it right now, or have already gone through it. So now for the near future, we've got the Tower card in the reverse position. So this is basically, you know, something that was initially shocking, you know, is coming to a close. You know, maybe some of you will decide to start over again. And, you know, putting the whole chaos and disruption behind you. But this card can also indicate that some of you might feel like circumstances are just conspiring against you, like life is just not giving you a fair shake at all. It can feel, you know, like you're being treated unfairly, like, why am I going through this? Why does this always happen to me? You know, for some people, this, you know, you might feel like you're still stuck in a situation, but really that's more of an illusion. You're not stuck. You may think you're stuck, but you're not, because the Tower upright, it releases you. But if you continue to stay, then this is coming out to say, hey, it's time to, you know, listen to the music. It's time to read the writing on the wall, so to speak, and stop avoiding the inevitable, because sometimes we just have to walk away and be done with the situation, for better or worse. Some things have to come to a close because they're not good for us. Okay, so this is clarified by the Strength card. Okay, so this is the Leo card. So, for some of you, this could have something to do with the Leo. But in general, I'm pretty sure the Strength card's popping up here to say, hey, you have the inner strength to make it through anything, okay? And you can make it through this situation as well. You just need to tap into that inner strength because it really is there. Some of you may feel like you're not strong enough, but you are. You really are. And sometimes it's situations like this that, where we're getting tested. And sometimes we just have to go through these situations to prove to ourselves just how strong we are. But you can make it through this. You've got that strength to fall back on. You're going to be okay. Now, sometimes the Strength card can be about us trying to get a particular point of, one of our point of views across to someone. Well, in the upright position, this can be done so. I mean, you can say your piece, get your point of view across in a loving way. You don't have to be forceful, but it doesn't mean that everyone's going to accept it. But most of all, I feel that this card is just speaking to the inner strength and how you need to rely on it. And I just feel that a lot of you may not feel that you're strong enough, but you really are. You really are. Okay, so this would be your attitude. So we have the Queen of Swords in the reversed position. So, yeah, she's not very happy when she is in the reverse position at all. Unfortunately, this is where we get to see the not so great side of the Queen of Swords. So, this definitely indicates that she's been through a loss of some sort. And so she is not able to keep that cool, calm, collected exterior going, because this loss it's just getting the better of her, Sometimes anger can come up in a big way with this. And sometimes you're just not able to see the situation clearly. Sometimes this can be about being narrow-minded. Sometimes this can be about, you're not listening to other people, but instead you could be trying to tell others what they should do, what they should do to fix their life, but yet you need to fix your own. But a lot of times this is indicating that you may feel like you're just completely misunderstood by most. And so, this can definitely cause difficulty with other people. But you definitely need to be aware of being too judgmental, because this can cause your own downfall. So, I mean, this is where we definitely need more self-control. And again, when the Queen of Swords is in reverse, you're not seeing a situation clearly. It's kind of like you may have a one-sided type of view. Maybe you're only able to see things from your personal worldview compared to like the collective worldview. And also, you know, there can be a tendency to gossip and or embellish matters. So we don't want to be making situations sound worse than what they really are. I mean, we definitely know that there's been a loss for sure, but we don't want to be making it sound worse, and we certainly don't want to be out here gossiping. Oh, ouch. Okay, so, whew, yeah, we got the moon card. So, you definitely need to be careful of deception. You need to be careful of telling lies, and you need to be careful of other people telling you lies, okay? Now, anytime the moon card comes out, you know, upright or reverse, I always like to let everyone know you need to pay attention to your dreams. And any type of intuitive hunches, you know, you want to pay attention to those. Do not ignore your intuition right now. Sometimes we can get some very good information that comes through our hunches and our dreams. Now, sometimes this can have the feeling of something big is coming. Like there's a major change that is approaching. And well, then the moon card pops out to say, hey, if that's what you've been feeling, you're absolutely right. There is a big change coming. Now, the moon exaggerates our emotions, okay? So this is where we can have emotional outbursts. We might make a mountain out of a molehill. So we definitely gotta try to be careful for that. This can also indicate, you know, some shady activities, you know, things that happen at night, clandestine type of activities. Oof, deceptions. Yeah, not the greatest. So you definitely need to be on the lookout for those types of things. If you're not guilty of any sort of deceptions, then you definitely want to be on the lookout. And maybe, you know, the tower situation is a deception and it gets revealed, which could be the very reason for the emotional outbursts and exaggerating the emotions. Not to downplay your situation or anything. It's just that's how I read the card. You know, some of you will rightly feel the way you feel, you know. But there are some that will take it and, you know, and make it seem way worse than what it really is. But some of you legitimately are going through something major. And for those of you, you'll know exactly who you are, and that, you know, you're not exaggerating. So, okay. Okay, so this is how other people see you. So here we have the sun in the reverse. So this is about delay. So this is like we're trying to achieve, you know, a goal or a dream. This can also be about like a marriage or a relationship. You know, this is also the card where we're at that crossroads. We're definitely, you know, wondering, should I even try anymore? Is it worth it? Should I just move on? This can also be a card of where, like, you know, we're trying to accomplish some sort of financial goals, or higher learning, schooling type of goals, maybe you want to move. There could be so many different types of goals, and it's like they're being delayed. But I don't want you guys to lose hope, and I don't want you to lose that optimism. I mean, I know that delays can really, really suck, but they always happen for a reason. Even though we don't understand or see it in the moment, there's always a divine reason for that delay. Sometimes that delay can save us from getting into a situation that ends up being very, very bad. So just don't lose hope, okay? Because things will get better. You can only be at the bottom for so long. We got to go back up. And this is just temporary. It's temporary. Try to think positive. Yeah. So, this could definitely tell me that the issues that are going on, the delays, they're in regards to the home life, the personal life. So this could be about a marriage, a romantic relationship. This could be about your friendships. This could even be about your relationships with your family members or your children. Or this could be about your home. Now, every time I see this card, this is the card where no matter how big or how small your blessings are, and you have them, okay? Everybody's got blessings. I've had so many people try to tell me that they don't, but hey, you do. We got so many blessings that people tend to just automatically overlook because on the surface they seem like they're not much, but they're a lot. And you don't really realize it until they get taken away from you. Are you eating tonight? Well, that's a blessing. Are you healthy? That's a blessing. Do you have children? That's a blessing. Don't always feel like it, especially when they're acting out, but that's a blessing. So, hey, you're watching this reading. You got internet. Do you know how many people in this world don't have internet? Let alone something to eat tonight or even a bed to sleep in? You're more blessed than you realize, okay? These are the small things that people tend to take for granted, but they mean a lot, okay? And if we can start focusing on all these little things that we've got to feel blessed about, then we can put ourselves in this whole frame of mind of attitude of gratitude, okay? And we can end up attracting more things to be feeling blessed and positive about. And that can actually cause this Sun card to turn to the upright position. We need to focus on what's good. We don't want to focus on what we're lacking, what's wrong. We don't want to keep focusing on the delays, even though that's easier said than done. I know what I'm saying, and I know that it's easier said than done, okay? But we got to try, And if you can try to shift your thought pattern towards the positive and, putting yourself in a more positive frame of mind where we're focused on our blessings and feeling grateful and thankful for what we have, this can make miracles happen. It really can. Okay, so Four of Wands in reverse, something could be wrong in the house. Maybe some of you are having a hard time making your home payment. Maybe some of you are having to move. Maybe some of you are having to have repairs done to your home. Maybe some of you are dealing with your children leaving home. Empty nest syndrome. Maybe your child's getting ready to go off to college. This can be so many different things. But it definitely indicates that, there's some sort of issue within the home life. And, this could be with your significant other. This could be with, friends, you know, but overall it's like our prosperity is not where we want it to be, but we still need to take stock of our blessings because they're still there. They're still there. And we need to have faith that everything's going to get better, because it will. It absolutely will. You know, and it's like the Sun card in reverse, you know. It's like a cloud is covering the sun now when it's in the reverse. But just remember, that cloud has a silver lining. Whether you can see it right now or not, it has a silver lining. There is a reason for everything. Okay, so this would be hopes or fears. This could be more on the subconscious, or this could be conscious. So some of these fears you'll be like, yep, exactly. And then some of them you're going to be like, yeah, no. Well, they could be more subconscious. So, yeah, this is absolutely a fear. I mean, for some, you might be like, yeah, bring on the karmic cleansing and the karmic release. But yeah, I don't see that much. So this is, you know, definitely going through a karmic cycle that comes to an end. So it's about our karma getting cleansed. We're getting a clean slate yet again, because we definitely got several cards of a clean slate. Now this is also a card, look at the blood. Look at all these swords. So it's like we could feel like we're stabbed in the back. We could feel like we're betrayed. And I feel that for some of you, this is kind of playing out, especially with the Tower card. For some of you, this could be a situation in which you're fearing. Sometimes this can represent getting a divorce, you know, relationships, friendships, breaking up. You know, sometimes this can be about a legal battle. I mean, this can be so many different things. But ultimately, this is a karmic, you know, cycle has come to an end. And even though it's very painful, you know, there could be depression, despair, anxiety, all of it, you know. You got to remember that the sun is going to come out tomorrow. You will heal from all of this. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm going to class these both as fears. I mean, this is the card of conflict that was already in your past. So I feel like these could have been subconscious or conscious, you know, fears that have literally manifested. Maybe for some of you, they could have even been intuitions, like you just felt it, you knew it was coming. So yeah, this is the card of endless, you know, conflicts. It's a card of confusion, a card of struggles. See, you got these men fighting. It's like they're caught off of guard. It's like, you know, they're sleeping, life's gray, in dreamland, and then they're like woke up out of the blue. They're like so caught off guard, and they just start fighting with each other. They don't even know why they're fighting. And that's because it's like it starts from one simple disagreement and then it morphs into 100 different things. We don't need all that conflict. I mean, oh, there's enough going on. We don't need all this extra conflict. Y'all deserve better. You don't need to be dealing with situations like that. And you know, some people, some of you guys might actually have someone in your life that could be trying to tell you that you'll never be able to do better, and like, I'm the best you're ever going to get. Do not listen to that, okay? Don't listen to it. That is some gaslighting right there, and no, it ain't no good. Do not listen to somebody who tries to tell you that. You are good. You are lovable. You will do better. I'm not going to tell you you can do better. You will do better, okay? You will find somebody better. You don't need people in your life trying to, break you down mentally and physically and emotionally. No. Mm-mm. Okay, for those of you who feel like this has been pretty negative, well, this outcome is going to make all the difference in the world. So buck up, you beautiful buttercups. It's about to get great, okay? So the final outcome is the world. So this is us going through all these issues. We're learning our lessons. We've got that clean slate, karmically speaking. This is a card of karmic rewards. So ultimately, this is like, hey, you've learned a lot of lessons. What do you want? What do you desire? So that's going to be different for all of you. But ultimately, this card is about success, about achieving a goal of ours. Under this type of energy, we can achieve something that we have wanted. So let's jump to it. It's clarified by the Six of Coins. So a lot of you, this is finances. So ultimately, this could be a gift. This could be like a material item gift that you might receive from someone. And we all know Libra loves beautiful things. So, that could be a gift. Now, for the most part, this is about money. This is about receiving money or receiving extra money. For some of you, this could be indicating an inheritance, especially if there was, a death here recently. This could definitely be indicating you receiving an inheritance. Now, for the rest of you, this could be like a promotion at work. This could be like getting a pay raise, some sort of profit sharing type of opportunities, a raise in pay. Sometimes this can be about charity where, maybe some of us are in a bad situation and, like a miracle, someone comes through with just, out of the kindness of their heart, and they want to help you out. Sometimes it can be a loan. Sometimes the money is a gift. Like, here, you've been through it. Take care of you and your family. Do what you need to do. So ultimately, this is a card of generosity and charity. But ultimately, it's about receiving money. Like I said, again, it could be a gift, it could be an inheritance, could be a promotion, could be a pay raise, could be some sort of, profit sharing type of opportunity, investment. And it definitely looks like it would pay well. So, yeah, this is definitely the card of getting that money. So, if you guys have been struggling in regards to work or money, it looks like that struggle is coming to an end. Okay? So, that is positive. Okay? That's good. Okay, so for the bottom of the deck, we have Three of Coins. So, this is like, a job well done, but, this is like a job well done that is done within a team, okay? This is a card of apprenticeship. This is where we are learning a particular set of skills. Some of us may have, a particular set of abilities that perhaps maybe we're working towards, learning more, making our abilities better, But most of all, this can definitely indicate that some material gain and success could definitely come through hard work and effort. And sometimes this can be like being accepted into like an organization or a group, or a club or, things like that. It's also about teamwork and working as a team. And for some of you, this could be about learning a new skill, a new set of skills. Some of you might actually get some schooling or some hands-on courses for a particular set of skills you want to learn, or maybe you already have some natural talent but you need to go through the learning process. But overall, this is definitely positive in regards to material gaining, okay? Positive, positive. Now, it's clarified by temperance in reverse. So, this is where we're being super impatient, maybe even being a little intolerant. So, some of you are probably feeling a bit impatient in regards to getting that money. Well, it's coming, okay? It's coming. Maybe, you want that recognition for your hard work and for everything you put into something, Well, be patient, I know that, that's not always the easiest thing to do, but this is definitely a card of needing to be patient. This is also a card where we can feel like our patience and our tolerance level could be tested. Sometimes this can be a card of other people, or, this could even, especially at work, this could be like customers, that come up and complain, and maybe you're being a bit impatient. Maybe you might feel like you got a bit of a short fuse. You definitely want to hear other people out, though, because even though you may be feeling out of balance and just wanting things to happen now, we got to be tolerant with other people, and we need to hear others out, because sometimes these people that come to us with what may be perceived as a complaint could actually be some very helpful information to us that helps us to correct something that we were overlooking, not doing right. This is also a card of we need to slow down and smell the roses. Okay? Slow down, smell the roses, admire their fragrance, admire their beauty, because if we can take these small moments here and there and stop trying to rush through life and trying to make everything happen now, sometimes if we take this time to just have a few moments here and there where we slow down and admire the beauty of something, we can actually end up running into someone who presents us with an opportunity. But if you don't slow down and you just keep rushing about and being impatient and intolerant, well, then you could miss this opportunity. But for those of you who heed good advice and you do take these timeouts on occasion to admire the beauty of something, you could actually end up running into someone that presents you with an opportunity. So, hey, an opportunity sounds great. Now, the biggest aspect to this card is when it's in the reverse. This is where our intellect and our emotions are out of balance. So our emotions are pretty much in the driving seat. It's, our emotions are driving us. And it's pretty dangerous to have our emotions behind the steering wheel, okay? So this is definitely a card that's indicating that we need to find that balance. We need to find our balance. And this is also a card of moderation, moderation in all things, okay? But most of all, let's find the balance and let's be patient. If we can be patient and tolerant, we're going to persevere. And we will find success ultimately. But we have to be patient and tolerant. We need to have that balance. And we need to, be open to working with other people. Okay, love oracle cards for the Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that are single. Okay, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, well, some of you may choose to not be in relationships. And maybe it's because every time you get in a relationship, perhaps it's like different person, but same situations keep happening. It's like a pattern that's been created. Well, this pattern stems from your parents and their relationship and what you had to deal with growing up and what you had to see, And sometimes, this can be like us attracting someone that's similar to our father or attracting someone that is very similar to our mother. And the pattern is created. And for some, you won't want to be in a relationship because it seems like every time you get in a relationship, the pattern continues. Well, this is happening because we need to ultimately deal with the source of this issue, the root of it, which stems back to our family. So we need to forgive our parents. And, for some of you, that may be very difficult, okay? And for those of you where it's going to be extremely difficult to forgive your parents, then just look at it like this. Forgiveness is more for us, okay? So that we can find that closure and then we can clear that from our own energy and auric field, so to speak. Because we want to, forgive and let it all go. We need this to leave our aura, because the sooner that happens, then we won't have to worry about attracting similar type of people where the pattern just keeps repeating. So, it's definitely like an emotional detoxification, okay, in regards to relationships that needs to occur. So, we need to detoxify. We need to purge those emotions so that we can detoxify, clear our own energy. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So for some of you, you might be wondering, am I ever going to find a decent relationship? Am I ever going to find real love? Am I ever going to find a real soulmate? Yes. But don't push, Don't try to make things happen any sooner than what they're meant to. Leave it in the hands of the divine, and things will work out exactly as they should. Oh, okay, yeah. This is funny because I just said this earlier. You are lovable. You deserve love. So yeah, some of you may be blocking relationships or just, maybe you've been hurt so many times in relationships that you're just like, no. Maybe you've had someone literally verbally, mentally abuse you and tell you you're not lovable. Well, do not listen to that crap, okay? You are lovable, and do not let someone try to tell you otherwise, okay? Just don't. You got to love yourself enough to not allow people to hurt you that way. Don't let them get into your head like that. You are lovable. I love you guys. Okay? Let's start there. Love yourself. And I love you. Okay? Alright. Okay, so these are from my Libras that are married or in a relationship. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So yeah, I feel like this is definitely more related to those that are in new relationships. And that's just definitely indicating that absolutely your feelings are real and they are worth exploring. So take a chance. Take that leap of faith. Okay. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, yeah, I feel this one's definitely for the people that are dealing with relationship issues and coming to an end. The red flags are there and they've been presenting themselves. Pay attention. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So, you know, this can be for those that are married and those that are, you know, just in a regular monogamous committed relationship. Perhaps maybe you haven't gotten over your ex. Maybe he or she is still on your mind. And so this can affect the relationship that you're in currently, okay? And sometimes it's almost like, you know, our significant other could almost sense that there is someone else in our own auric field, you know, like someone else is on our mind. And so this is a card of saying, hey, we need to find that closure, okay? What's done is done. And to sit here and, you know, it's kind of like torturing yourself. You're self-sabotaging, you know. If you're not happy with the relationship you're in, then, you know, get out of it. You know, don't stay in a relationship just to be in one. You know, we need to deal with this. We need to come and have closure, okay? Because it's done. It's done. When I see this card, it's done, okay? So whoever you're stuck on, it's done. It's a wrap. You need to find that closure and get them out of your energy, because why hang on to somebody that doesn't want to be hanged on to, you know? If there was still something there, they would be there with you. And some of us are probably hanging on to people that we don't need to hang on to. Okay? So it's really in your best interest to release them and let that go. And the final one is free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. You know, so this can be about situations. You know, this could be about your relationship or your marriage. This could be, you know, like a work situation or, you know, a social situation. But there's like, we might feel like we're being smothered, okay, in a particular situation or relationship. We might feel like we're being smothered, and you need to free yourself, you know. If you're not happy, don't stay in something that you're not happy with, okay? And sometimes this is simply about you just need to talk, get those feelings out. Maybe there's something that your significant other is doing that's just getting on your last nerve. Well, you know, talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about it. I mean, the worst that can happen is, you know, things could come to an end. But, hey, maybe that's what needs to happen. I mean, not that everybody's going to like hearing that, but, you know. And another thing, you know, this is kind of like an illusion, because this unicorn, it can stand right up and jump right over this little rinky-dink fence, okay? It's not really trapped. This whole feeling of being trapped is an illusion. Meaning you can fix the very thing that you feel you're trapped by. You can fix it. All you got to do is deal with it. Speak up. Okay, time for the positive affirmation cards. So, for the first card, we have the Ace of Earth. Prosperity in its purest form, concrete results in the physical world, abundance made manifest. I recognize the many forms of abundance and plenty, and I align myself with success. I generate gold from the resources I have at my fingertips. I make an impact. The essence of prosperity is taking form in the material world. Five of Air. Here we go. Tension and conflict. Conflict is a good way to see my motives and intentions. I can use this experience to grow into a more authentic version of myself. It's not important to win. It's important to have integrity. Other people have different ways of thinking and may not always be in agreement with me. I open to this opportunity to live and let live. King of Fire. Spiritual influencer, creative, inspired leadership. When I am aligned with spirit, I am a powerful leader who inspires others. My mastery benefits others as I teach them directly at times and indirectly at others, modeling what they might aspire to. Queen of Earth. I love the fact that this deck has some people of color in it. I mean, it's about time. Practical and grounded, trustworthy, earthy, resourceful, a gardener who tends to what has been planted. I am committed, down to earth, and clear about my goals. I am honest as I work with others to keep it real and be true to what we are doing and the challenges before us. I use all my resources wisely, whether they are finances, opportunities, or people willing to help me in my endeavors. So that's definitely a great way to end this reading. So hang on, Libras, it's getting better. Definitely looks like some finances are going to come through. Things are improving. Happiness is going to return. Okay? I love you guys. I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love.